Greetings, my name is Jonathan Hoover. Welcome to my new channel. So, as you may notice, I have quite the little trading account going on. Last year, I made 40% trading my SEP IRA. It's right up here in the corner here. So, I was sitting at about $4,500 when I started the year, and I've got ended the year with $6,000. And then this year I've actually, well, after commissions, I've made 200. But I've increased my balance to 6,200 basically. So 366, that works out to roughly a 6% gain, and it's only January 17th, I think. Yep, January 17th. So that's 6% in less than a month. That's pretty ridiculous. So if I were able to manage that, we're talking 70% plus by the year end. Now, I don't anticipate that, but if I'm on track to do that, I should definitely be able to hit another 30% this year. But that's why I started this channel, because I want to prove to myself and to you viewers that I can trade and make money doing so, and make not bad money. As you can see, my accounts are pretty small. I also thought it'd be pretty fascinating for individuals to follow my trades because I have such a small account. It's actually really difficult to trade the stock market if you have less than like $25,000-$30,000. You can, and it's just hard to be able to manage your risk. You have to take a lot of risk in order to generate sufficient returns to really move the needle. So yeah, usually it's a lot easier if you have a lot more money to trade the markets. Now, I've spent the last 5 years, so basically from 2014 to 2019 trading. This is year 6 for me trading. And of those 5 full years of trading, I lost money the first 4 years. So last year was literally the first year I made money. And I didn't, like my margin account, I actually had about $3,500 in my margin account last year. But I decided, rather idiotically, to attempt to trade futures with my little tiny margin account, and I was trading corn futures, and that did not end up very well at all. I basically lost 50% of my account, my margin account, the individual one right here. So 50% down last year, just from trading corn. Like, yeah, it is pretty crazy. So my account's definitely too small. Learned my lesson. Don't trade futures if you have less than 25 grand. So yeah, we won't be doing anything like that. But I can definitely trade the regular stocks and make some pretty good money with that. So that is what we will be doing this year. And I'll be dumping as much cash as I can into the margin account to grow that as quickly as possible. I don't really plan to put much more money in my IRA, and in fact, I'm probably going to just roll that whole thing into a Roth IRA at the end of the year, just because this coming year my taxes, well, my 2020 tax bracket will be pretty low due to some business expenses and whatnot. So I should be able to roll that over for a really low tax rate. So, and then if I continue generating 40% returns, I don't have to worry about paying taxes on all that money and once I retire. So that's the plan, at least. So anyway, so yeah, so now that I've introduced myself, introduced my goals, I just wanted you guys to be able to follow along. This YouTube channel will serve as proof slash a record slash help me analyze and determine how best to trade and manage my risk. And you guys get to watch and learn along for free while I'm doing that. So I feel like it's a win-win. I can improve my trading and show you guys what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it. We can look at market news, market events, what's happening in the world, and analyze some of that stuff as well. I don't really want to go too much into politics just because this is going to be an investing trading channel. But if politics does impact the market, I'll take a look at that. But this isn't really going to be a politically focused channel. We're just going to focus on finance, personal finance, and investing. Those are some of my favorite topics to talk about. And I can talk all day about bank accounts, investing strategies, what the market's doing. Yeah, you name it. As you can see, I've got quite a few positions here as well. So let's actually dive into my portfolio here, and I can give you guys a quick look at what is going on. So, sorry, that was actually just a screen capture I had. I wanted to let you guys see my net liquidity, like how big my accounts were, but I didn't want to give away my my account numbers, like the actual account numbers. So I figured that would be the best way so I can show you guys, yeah, I've got a small trading account. And yeah, you can still make money. So, yep. Anyways, so let's take a look at the portfolio here. So I've got this is the IRA. So this is the Tastyworks brokerage that I'm using. And Tastyworks is the only brokerage I will use for trading. They calculate all the math, the probabilities, the numbers, everything you need to know about your trade. It's all done for you. I mean, it's just laid out right here, pretty much. Also, when you're actually placing the trades, it's really easy to see where the stock is. So the stock's right here, and see where your positions are and where it needs to be to make money. So you can also that's not quite. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah. So they also have this curve mode. I'm gonna actually. Come on. Let's actually put something on so you can see how curve mode works. Let's see. I don't have anything in TLT. The market's not actually open right now, so down here you can see the market's not open. But yeah, so if I were to place this trade and then pop into curve mode, it would show me where my risk is. Right here, this whole green area, that's where you're making money. The red areas are where you'll start to lose money. And the little dot right here is where the stock price is. So it's right at 138 actually. And so they're expecting, this orange is the expected probability. Like that's what the expected move of the stock is. So they're expecting it to stay between 35 and 141. So 135 and 141. And that's what, 38. So it's like a $3 swing up or down, basically. And so if I can structure my trading around that, I can create strategies that let's see. Yeah, so this strategy has a 61% probability of making money and 80% probability of keeping half my profits, and it gives my delta theta numbers. My max loss is going to be $402 and my max profit would be $98. So that's interesting. That right there would indicate that I should have. Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I've got an 80% chance of P50. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be collecting 98 cents down here for the trade. So yeah, I like this. This is a pretty decent trade. I'd like to collect a little bit more, but yeah. Anyways, so that's just an example of one of my go-to strategies, which is an iron condor. And all my trades, everything is going to be set up like that. And I'll just walk through different trades and show you guys what I'm thinking, how I'm doing them, what my target profit is. So like right here, this is a butterfly trade. It's actually a broken wing butterfly. So if we come in, if you look at this, it is broken because a normal butterfly would have this strike and be selling short these strikes. But a broken wing butterfly, you break the wing and move out. What that does is that allows you to collect a credit. So if we look over here, I collected $115, so $1.15 in credit. So $1.15 per share, and there's 100 shares, so that's $115. So collected that credit to place this trade on, and this gives me, let's look at this. Boom, there we go. So this trade actually has a 67% chance of making profit. And Tesla actually has to drop below $450. This is actually probably the only stock I'm really trading on the news. And I'm very bullish Tesla, and I really think it has been undervalued, and it's only just now reaching the appropriate value. I don't honestly expect the stock to go up dramatically more, but if it comes down, I could actually stand to make a little bit of money on this trade, just due to the nature of broken wing butterflies. So, but yeah, if it goes up, I'm looking to trying to pull out 50% profit basically. So I'd make about $55-56 on the trade after commissions. So yeah. Anyways, so not looking for a crazy profit or anything. I just want to get a little bit and then let them play with the rest. This is actually a loser that I just closed this week. So I just had this trade on for negative delta. I was hoping the markets would have a, I don't know, it would have been nice if the market had a quick pullback, but yeah, the market's been very strong, so it's just been pushing straight up. This week, I believe Trump they finalized the trade deal with China, and so the market's just going crazy with all the good news. You've got, at the beginning of the week, the tensions with Iran just keep easing, so everyone's backing away from World War III, which, I mean, honestly, I never really expected us to actually go to war with Iran, but I mean, there's always the speculation. So, but yeah, so tensions with Iran are easing a little bit, and the markets are happy about that, so stocks are up. And then on top of that, you've got the whole China trade deal, which they're finally inking the final, like they're finally getting that all set up. So that is also good news. The market was up big this week, and fortunately I had enough, so fortunately this week I made about $200 because I've got enough positions structured to benefit from increases in market price. So that was actually pretty nice. Now my portfolio, I track my deltas right here up in the top right, and my portfolio deltas are -5. So technically that actually means I should have lost money today, because if you're looking here, this is beta weighted to the SPY, so it's structured so in theory if my portfolio, if the S&P 500 goes up $1, my exposure, I would lose $5 basically, or is it 5 cents? No, yeah, for every dollar it goes up, my portfolio should decrease by $5. But fortunately, I have a lot of theta right here, which theta is just time decay. And the nature of an options contract, when you sell an options contract, you're basically selling insurance on the price of stocks, and all insurance is only valid for a certain amount of time. Like your car insurance is just valid for 6 months. Your house insurance, maybe it's valid for a year. I don't know. But anyway, the point is, these options that I'm selling are valid for anywhere from 7 to 60 days. And every single day that goes by, that's value that's decreasing. And I get to pocket that value just because my theta right here is positive. So every day, if nothing happened in the stock market and it just stayed flat, in theory, I make $23 a day. So now that when the market moves around, of course, then other factors come into play. But that's why I'm making so much money this week, because I've got my theta numbers up pretty good. And that's really just mostly because of, so right here we've got a 7 theta with Goldman Sachs right here. And as you can see, I've been trading Goldman Sachs like crazy this week. Where are we? Yeah, I've already made $148 this month off of Goldman Sachs through their earnings, although the earnings trade didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, but whatever. It's still making a little bit of money. And oh yeah, I actually rolled that today. That was pretty interesting. So I can talk about that a little bit. But I've also been doing these calendars right here. And that's actually why you see a day trade counter here, because yesterday I put on a calendar spread and then it closed the same day and I made like 40, 50, no, that was up 40. What was it? What did I put it on for? Let's see. So I put it on for 47, closed it for 75. So that's almost $30 right there in a single day, which is pretty big for my account size. So $30 on a trade that I only risked $150. That's a 20% return in a single day. But I got dinged with this day trade, so that's not ideal. I usually try to avoid that, just because my account's too small. So, anyways, but yeah, that's theta really kicks my portfolio into a top gear. But that is real risk. So the higher your theta, the more risk you're taking. And right now, actually, my theta is a little bit high compared to my delta. I try to keep my thetas and deltas as they teach you on Tasty Trade. I try to keep them at a 1 to 2, so 2 theta for every delta that I've got. And right now we're at more of a 1 to 4, right? Almost a 1 to 5 ratio. So that's not ideal, but it's not terrible either. It just means I don't have very much cushion if the market eases off and retracts a little bit tomorrow. So, but if the market keeps churning up, I stand to make a good amount of money. If it drops a little bit, I'll make some money, and if we have a big drop, that'll be a little bit painful. So, but yeah. Anyways, so I feel like this is a good place to wrap things up. This is a good introduction to me, to my portfolio, how I trade. And I'm going to try to be posting these videos once a week. I'm going to try to make the video on Friday and post it on Saturday, just discussing the market news. And as I get more familiar with YouTube and video editing and everything, I'll go in and try to add some more interesting stuff for you guys to look at besides just my trading screen and mouse and stuff. Maybe I can have like put up a video feed of myself talking, or I don't know, maybe find some B-roll of someone trading, or who knows, maybe I can even record myself trading. Like, you can just straight up watch me trade on the market as I just manage my account. We'll see. lots of different possibilities, and I'm pretty excited going forward to start this channel. As you can see, there's plenty for me to talk about. I literally only talked about like 3, maybe 4 stocks. And yeah, so thank you very much for tuning in. And if you listened all the way to the end, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing to my channel for future updates, and I'll be happy to track my portfolio performance. Let's see if I can't get to that 70% return this year. I mean, like I said, I don't think I'm gonna hit 70%, but it's possible. And I gotta try, man. You gotta try. That's what's the worst that can happen? I lose a couple $1,000. Yeah, but the alternative is just too good, man. If I can like create profits with my strategies and my mechanical trading systems and everything, then you guys can do that too, and you guys can just follow along. Now, this isn't investment advice. I'm not advising anyone. I am literally just recording my trading and talking about it and sharing it with you guys, and then maybe you guys can get some ideas, some inspiration, and do some trading yourself. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful weekend.